Troy, you guys got a 2-0 lead tonight, but the tide's kind of turned. It's kind of what changed.
Well, third period, I thought over the first two periods we were, the better team. I mean, just a misread on the first goal in terms of a forecheck with the goalie playing the puck and then the back of our net. But I still thought, for 45 minutes we were the better team. But unfortunately, hit that penalty and they got the tying goal at the end of the PK, and the tides certainly turned for the rest of the game for the most part. So we just lost our composure a little bit there as well, and unfortunately, they got some veteran guys here that can turn the tide pretty quick, and they did that, and unfortunately we just couldn't get the equalizer.
It's kind of a scrappy game. Obviously, the refs throwing all the whistles on face-offs and stuff. Kind of, how do you manage that when you're trying to keep your positivity going?
Yeah, it's always difficult, because the bench certainly gets riled up, with how the game was officiated in terms of particularly the linesman tonight. But all you can do is continue to try and get them to stay focused. But it was obviously a major concern from both sides in terms of what was going on there with those guys tonight.
20 goals in 35 games for rookie Josh Norris. Just how impressive of a feat is that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, anytime you get to the 20-goal mark nowadays, it's very impressive, and he's had a great start this season, as we've said before, and I don't think we'd be where we're at right now without what he's brought to the table, and I think that he's got to continue to work on his game, because certainly the ultimate goal is to be in Ottawa full time. So there's still a lot of work to do, but obviously he's been very impressive so far.
16 days on the road now, 8 games. What's the message going into such a long trip?
Well, we're not going to change anything. I mean, we're still a team that wants to work on 3-game segments and win the week, as I like to say. So obviously it's a little bit more difficult this week when you lose the first one and going on the road here in Rochester Friday night. But we just got to focus on the next 2 games over the weekend, and then we'll turn our focus to next week once we get to Winnipeg. So you just can't start looking at the bigger picture here. Our players need to just worry about Rochester here and continue to try and get some points, because obviously it's another couple big divisional opponents here coming up Friday, Saturday.
Is the slow third period a little more frustrating, given, I guess, the importance of these divisional games?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's disappointing. I mean, I thought that we had way too many missed opportunities. And the first period alone, I think we had the chances at 15-4 or something like that. But those 15, 7 were misses where we didn't hit the net, and it continued in the second period as well. And we made McIntyre work a little bit harder in the second period with some real good chances. But again, we had some. I don't know the final numbers, but we must have had 8 or 9 odd-man rushes tonight, and unfortunately didn't really get much offensively out of it in terms of maybe putting the game at 3-0 or even 4. Before they got their first goal. So certainly some missed opportunities there early in the game where I felt we were on and played really well as a team, but unfortunately we just couldn't get to that third goal.
Schlappy took a stick in the face. Is he all right? Or?
Yeah, should be fine. I mean, he finished the game and probably very lucky in terms of where the cut was. But I think it's, any time that happens, it's always scary because you're worried about his eye, but he came back, so I'm assuming he was fine since he finished the game.
Hoping to get anybody else back perhaps by the weekend?
Well, I think that Abramov, if he gets through tomorrow, hopefully he'll be back Friday night. And then Baudin, he's just going through a virus right now. That's at day 7. The good news on him, he felt much better today. And, I would anticipate both those guys being in the lineup Friday night, but we'll see how Bodes is in the morning. But I do think, based on this morning, that he's turned the corner, which is good to hear.
And then you had said last week maybe Corrado or Percy potentially. But...
Well, Percy's one of those guys that really the doctors don't want him in game action before January 15th, so that's about another week. He's in full contact mode, and really will travel on the road this week as our number 8D, and I think Frankie Corrado certainly could play maybe this weekend, but he's in a situation now where we have 6 healthy D that have done a really good job, that he can take those extra time to heal his knee, and it's an old injury that's just acted up a little bit, but for the most part, I think he'll be eligible and good to play at some point during the road trip, but we'll see where it takes us here with the other guys as well.